The 2017 Astros World Series win, even all these years later, still stings to the casual fan a bit because of how it was gotten, being obviously through a certain amount of cheating. And while I'm not going to get too far into any of that discussion today, it is relevant because everybody, it seems, in the general baseball space is discussing a comment today from one of the Dodgers announcers regarding what seems to be the implication of the Astros potentially stealing signs once again. But is it actually true or just a quote taken out of context? Before I get into breaking it down a little bit, let's first listen to exactly what was said after this double to center field from Cam Smith.
I don't want to open an old wound, but in some ways they're swinging at these breaking balls like they know what it's coming. I mean, that is not a bad pitch.
Okay, that doesn't sound good, right? Almost like a salty comment from a guy who was intimately close to the team that actually lost that World Series to Houston back in 2017. A lot of fans around baseball have been perceiving it as such, and making fun of it relentlessly as a result. But I want you to listen to what he would say just a couple seconds after, and see if that changes your perspective at all.
It's the other thing that you analyze. You analyze your grip, your delivery, your glove position on different pitches. Am I giving something away?
Yeah, both this and a few other things he'd mentioned throughout the broadcast were basically stating that he thought the guy in the mound for LA, Ben Kasparius, was in some way tipping his pitches, and that the previous comment about opening old wounds was simply a plucky callback to the controversy before, not meant to be taken as if he was in any way accusing them of stealing signs once again, or even implying it begrudgingly. And I'm sure as you've seen in the B-roll I've been showing on screen, there were indeed some really good swings being taken on decently located pitches, giving his theory some credence, along with, of course, that Kasparius had given up 9 runs over his preceding 9 innings in his prior 2 appearances. I won't go into the game itself too heavily here, as I already covered it briefly in my video I released on Shohei getting robbed of a hit on a crazy play earlier today, which will be linked in the end screen that'll show in just a few seconds. Anyway, I just wanted to hopefully shed a little perspective on a narrative that seems to have gained a little steam, and yet is almost completely without basis. Now, thank you so much for watching, and please remember that if you ever see anything you'd like to see detailed in the Made the Cut video, whether that be a specific play, player, or narrative surrounding a team or something, feel free to reach out to my email, basebeatpoet@gmail.com. And if I do end up using your idea, I'll of course give you a shout out. Thank you so much once again, and I'll see you in the next one.